Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to be reviewing Winter's Challenge by Jeremy Graves. I'm going to let you know right now, this video will have spoilers for book 1 because you just can't accurately review the series without spoiling book 1. If someone has a way to review a book series and not spoil the first book while reviewing the second, I'd love constructive criticism, feedback, point me to a guide. Love to know. Anyway, so this book takes place about 3 months, 4 months, up to a year after Autumn's Outcast. Claire has been Queen of Autumn for about a year, and she has begun to set up a school for all the orphan kids. All the kids that live on the street, really any kids in the kingdom, they can come and learn so they can figure out what their aspect is, what their powers are, and be trained in them. That's what she's been doing in between book 1 and book 2. Book 2 opens up with somebody named Rain being carried in the loving arms of her bodyguard, a Yeti. The Yeti is mortally wounded but trying to flee as far as it can to get Rain to safety. This is a little odd because Rain is the cousin of Jack and Claire. If Claire's the queen and Jack is the prince, that would mean most likely the cousin is a princess of Winter. That's where she lives. Why on earth would a princess of Winter be fleeing from her homeland? Like, what's going on here? So, Jack and Gray happen to be near the border-ish because they're trying to root some slave traders out of the kingdom. And they get whisked away to the border and they see that the Winter army is chasing Rain. Gray successfully saves the Winter soldiers from Jack. Yes, I said that correctly. And Rain ends up being tossed like over the border, and somehow, no one quite knows how, except maybe someone who maybe can control the wind, somehow she lands safely on the other side. She is just awake enough to ask for hospitality, and Jack, being the prince of the realm, is in full right to grant that, which he does because, hey cousin, haven't seen you in a while, you're in danger, yeah, come on, let me save you, like any good family member would. Rain is also pretty beat up, so they take her back to the Blood Keep. Claire is like, cousin, you're injured, and they whisk her off to Bloom, the healing dragon. This is a dragon that belongs to the kingdom of Autumn, but she has healing powers, which is actually more of a spring thing, but it happened how it happened. If you read book 1, you know how it happened. Anyway, so they heal her, and she says that, yeah, she actually did kill her mom. And that's why she's running. Claire is like, why'd you kill Auntie? Like, what was she doing? I know she wasn't like a super amazing person, but what happened? Everybody in Winter is acting weird. Like, they're not fully there. Something like having a big fever that makes you go a little delusional, all the way to full-on hallucinations. They're acting weird, and they're not brushing their hair. There's like this gunk dribbling down their face, and they're all, something's not right. They're bitter, they're agitated. It's like, Claire's like, okay, yeah, I get that, but like, you wouldn't hurt a fly. Did you like stab her? What'd you do? Rain tells Claire, and Claire already knew, but it's a reminder to the reader, like, oh, she has purification. If there is any sort of disease in the blood, any sort of infection, she's going to be able to just scrub it right out. And she's not been going mad because she scrubs it out. She saw what was happening to her mom, saw that somehow, I forget how she figured it out, but she figured out that she could purify the blood of people. She tries to go save her mom by giving her a hug and using her power, but the corruption is actually sentient, and rather than lose an incredibly powerful pawn, it just kind of killed her. And a guard walked in at just the wrong moment and saw it, and the other cousin, Myron, she gets declared queen, and Myron is like, you killed Mom, I'm coming after you. And that's how the series of events played out that led her to have to leave. And from there, Jack and Claire are like, okay, so how are we gonna help cousin here get on the throne officially, and whatever is making people go crazy, that could also hurt us. So we need to figure out how to fix that. And that's the book. The title of the book comes from an old ritual. The Bitter Challenge states that you have to have a weapon forged from the realm of water, you have to have a dragon of the realm of water, and you have to have a contest champion. They decide to look around, see what they can see, and see if they can scrounge up these 3 things so that Rain can make a valid claim to the throne and fight her cousin Myron. She doesn't want to fight, but they also try to see if they can explore some other options along the way. In terms of traditional content awareness stuff, not much. It stays true to the roots of family friendliness. It's not inappropriate for anyone under the age of 10, really. And when I say inappropriate, like, I think this would be a great book for like a parent to read to their child, but I can't see a 10-year-old child picking up the book and reading it by themselves. Hey, if they do, great, have fun. There's not going to be much here that a parent would be like, oh, not my child, on this book. Who is this book for? Who is this book not? If you enjoyed book 1, you will enjoy this book too. If you don't like fairies and magic, you won't like this book. So, with those 2 aside, I give this book a 5 out of 5 stars and definitely recommend you give it a read. Tune in next time, guys, and I'll be reviewing another book. Bye!